Let's see here. Get everything pulled up as it should. Finally. Hi, Kirsten. It's here. It's happening. Yes, let me just make sure everything's working as it should, because there's a lot of updates on things. There's a lot of updates. All right, that seems fine. That seems fine. Yep, updates, they be keeping me down, you know? Yeah, I'm just making sure, because I had to resource all of my audio and everything. So I had to like completely reset up. And I still have more updates to do for Streamlabs and stuff like that. So I'm going to have to redo all of this again, probably later or tomorrow. But at least for now, it should be relatively good to go. Hopefully. Hopefully. All right. We're good. I think we're good. I can actually play the game. I think we can hop to it. What's up, Kay? Welcome in. All right. Here we go. So, we're doing some planning. I had to do my best to combine a couple different versions of the world, so don't mind the barn. the llamas have been freed. My voice sounds different when you have headphones on, hopefully in a good way. Hopefully in a good way. But we got the world from the beginning of the month, and then I added in our blueprints and stuff from previously. And now today we're going, wow, he already made it up the hill. Today we're going to try to be making more of this. That's goal number 1. I think we might start along some of these areas right around the base, just to kind of like lock in this little space here. And then we can come over here and start working on the river. I got to figure out, I think we might go to about here and then transition our custom terrain out. That way we're not doing the entire river. I think that would be a fair stopping point. Either that, or we come down to here, because this is like about the end of my space, I would say. Because I think Cass plans to extend her village like all through here if she gets time to do that large of a project. And I don't remember if it's this mountain, that mountain, or that one over there that she's going to be building her castle on. I'm not sure. But yes, maybe we'll go to there. I think that's probably fair. And then we can just detail the river through this little kind of C shape. That's probably the move. That's probably the move. Hi, Mia. Welcome in. Your favorite biome is the swamp, like the regular swamp, or the mangrove swamp? Stirs, welcome. Thank you for the follow. And welcome in, Ghost. We're not doing a map. This is for the SMP that I'm on. We're just doing some creative planning. I just really like to terraform. Regular swamp. That's a rare one. That's a rare one. You don't hear that very often. That is a unique pick. And thank you guys for all the taps. All right, making sure we're not freezing. Looks like we're pretty good. Okay. How did we do this last time? We started with shapes, right? I'm pretty sure we started with shapes. And then from using different shaped rectangles, we went back and we smoothed out the corners a little bit, ever so slightly, and then we textured them. I'm pretty sure that's what we did for this. So I'm going to kind of try to do the same idea. It's going to be weird for this little short spot here. We're not going to be able to fit in a whole lot, but I guess it'll be similar to this over here. We'll see. Hi, Victoria, Andre, and Abby. Welcome in. Thanks for the follow, you guys. So let's start with, where's shape? Shape, shape, shape. That's modeling. That's rock. There's shape. Let's go. Was it a cuboid? And then we just separate it. Yeah, I think that's what we did. I think so. Allie, thanks for following as well. Hello. How are you? Honestly, what we have isn't terrible. But I guess if we use cubes, it'll fit the other stuff a little bit more closely. Be more cohesive with the rest. So this is vertical. I don't want to eat into what we have. You're not very good at English, but you can try. Well, I appreciate the effort. And that is A-okay. Rohan, thank you. I appreciate that. How's everybody doing today? Hunter, welcome in. Thank you both for following. Oh my gosh, you guys. So many followers already. We just started. We've had a follow per minute. What is going on over there? Does this look... Yeah, it's starting off anyways that way. I think we'll see if it continues. We'll see if it continues. I think I want to... Well, I guess we're not using stone in the ruins at all, are we? I was wondering if I should change the material from stone to something else so that I can select it easier, but I think the ruins are all crafted blocks or cobble. So I think we're good. I think we're good. I can do this. So let's paste a copy there. Let's bring it over. Make it a little bit of a different shape here. Hi, Moon Pierce. Welcome in. Hello, hello. Yeah, I think this will turn out better doing it something like this anyways. The urge to play Stardew because of the music. I know it. Is it too loud, by the way? It is spiking pretty high. I can turn it down if it's kind of loud. What is the most recent update on there? The Cosmos one? Is that already fully released? Have you played that? I saw the teaser for it, but I didn't really like look into it. Shrink this one. Music's good for you. Cool. Cool. 5,000 likes already, you guys. Going insane. Absolutely insane. Crazy. You haven't got any updates for it yet? What's up, Def? Welcome back. Snail, how's it going? Why'd you say Why'd you say You're here from a new time zone. What's that mean? Like are you traveling? Is that what's happening? Hello, Light. Welcome in. You didn't expect to be here. Well, I'm glad you made it. Welcome in. I think I want to offset this one this way. Yeah, how's your traveling going? Hopefully you're having fun. All right, let's take the same one and just kind of put one over here. Maybe we'll tuck this one back in here. What up? Hi, Nevi. How's it going? You said I was going to build in an SMP. That's what this is. Creative planning for the SMP. That's what this is. We are doing planning. You're doing fantastic. Well, I'm glad. Sunshine, look at all the new gifts. Thank you. Welcome in. Oh my goodness. There's so many. Thank you for those. You had pizza. The restaurant had super sugary pizza dough. Sweet, delicious pizza dough. Oh, hi, favorite streamer. Hi, Sunshine. Kay says hi if you didn't see that. Show you some of the builds that you like. I mean, this is all I can really show you at the moment. This world doesn't have a ton. And I'm missing half the barn because this is 2 copies of the world stitched together, but I'm doing my best. Hi, Nini. How are you today? Cherry Grove or Bamboo Jungle? Those are good choices. Mine's the Mangrove Swamp. That's my fave. All right, this is, I want this side skinnier, this side longer. How's that looking? I think that's probably fair. You're doing good. I'm doing well too. Respectable answer. I hope so. What's the mod? I'm using Axiom. That's the mod I'm using for building. That is the mod. Shrink this back. Favorite color is orange. Orange for sure. Axiom is a pretty cool mod, can't lie. Pretty cool. Now I'm wondering, once I smooth this down, this height difference might not be a big deal, but we might have to do a little work by hand to smooth the moss down to the grass. We'll have to see. What game is bonkers, bro? What are you talking about? Oh my gosh. Wait, you booted it up and you didn't even invite me. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Didn't even get a message saying, "Hey, I can't wait for you. You either show up or you miss out." Could have gave me a last ditch effort. No, it's all good. Is it awesome? Is it awesome? Like super awesome? I bet it's so good, actually. It looks... Oh, man. Yeah, I'm going to have to watch a full playthrough of it because it looked interesting to me. It looked very interesting to me. Scooch this around. I don't want this perfectly in line with the other one. We'll scooch it back one more. My favorite block? There's contention in that category. I'm really fond of mud, really fond of calcite. But as far as like versatility and things too, I also really like terracotta. Terracotta. It's very high on the list. Yep. No, that doesn't count, Snail. That's weird. Pre-typed because you knew. It's definitely up there on the list. It's definitely up there. Wood type? Honestly, probably mangrove. In truth. Thank you for the follow. You like spruce? All the stone variants. Ooh. I think we're going to go around and block in everything, kind of like this. And then we'll go back and we'll transform it. I think that's how we're going to, at least for this area. We'll get to the river part after, because we're going to have to do some cleanup before we can build up the wall. You like cheesecake? Me too. Me too. Do you like your cheesecake sweet, or are you one of those people that likes your cheesecake to be a little tangy? Because I've had tangy cheesecake. It's kind of weird in my opinion. It's a little funky. Some people might like their cheesecake to have a little funk, though. You know, that's up to them. Jade, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. All right, how are we going to do this is the question. Let's change some of these sizes up a little. I don't want everything to look too same. Too same. I don't have like a real process for this other than trying to add some variation to things. But we do our best. If you get quiet, you're napping. You got to do what you got to do, Kirsten. So sleepy today. Yep, enjoy naps. Yeah, we'll do that, and we'll put a different block up here. Scooch it back, because I think that's kind of what we did over there. Yeah, we had a couple layers. I think that'll work out. That'll work out just fine. The perfect stream to fall asleep to. Just some Stardew / Minecraft music and a little bit of block placing. I'll take the watch hours. I'll take them. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I want this one to be a little wider and a little skinnier. I'm kind of excited to see this all colored up, actually. It's been a minute. All right, let's narrow. Yes. More of them. More. That might be a little too tall. Well, I guess if I settle the next one down a little bit and then raise it back up, that might be fine. It might be fine. We'll see. Yep, placing all of the cliffs. All of the cliffs. Every cliff everywhere. All the cliffs, all the time, in all the places. Actually, can I just make this one tall? And have it sit right in here? But I kind of want it, yeah. Maybe it needs to be wider. We're going to go a little bit down. Pasting blocks. Actually, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Give it back. I want it back one more, yeah. I think that's better. We'll figure out the bottom part, how to smooth it out along the grass. I mean, some of it's kind of weird. We'll figure it out. We'll deal with that when we get to that. Now is not the moment. No one will notice. I don't know if that, because it's the same size as the one next to it, I feel like I have to skinny it up. Otherwise, it's going to just bother me. What am I doing? You're confused? We're building cliffs similar to these over here. We're just in the beginning stages of doing so. But it'll end up looking something like this. Hopefully. Hopefully they look like they belong together. That's the goal. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I think it turned out pretty decent on the other spots. And I'm hoping we can make it turn out nice here. What if I do? It doesn't have to intersect. Oh, do not. No. No rotation. Forward, please. There we go. Is that perfectly in line? I do want some offsets in some areas. Take that back. But yeah, we just kind of go around and we stagger all these cubes. And then I go back in and I smooth out some of the edges and corners. So it's not like a perfect cube anymore. And then we paint it. And we paint it up. I'm seeing... Hold up. I'm seeing chats on screen, but not... Why is it coming through so delayed? That's weird. Because I saw Sniper and Victoria talking, and then it didn't pop up in my actual chat. I'm not sure why. Will this update it? That came through pretty quick. Huh. Not sure why. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Yeah, I'm seeing Kirsten. Love a good lunch. Ah. I don't know. Maybe only Kirsten gets on-time response privilege. The tube decided no one else gets to see anything. Let's get that out of here. Let's get that right out of here. You're special. Multi-chat seems to be working. Sorry, I had to make sure I also reported that guy. We're dabbing. Hi, Lamus. Welcome back. How are you? Dabbing on him, Victoria. Dabbing on him. I love that in my chat it says elbow cough and doesn't show the emoji. Honestly, makes it so much better. I'm doing well. Glad you're doing good. How do I say it? What's up, Yanni? Long time no see. Correct me. You don't have to. What do you mean guess? I've been saying it the same way. That is my guess. The way I've been saying it is my guess. Also, I'm going to change the song. Guess again. I don't have another guess. Lamise. Got it. Bro, I don't know, Yanni. maybe look at his announcements. Why are you hopping in someone else's stream to ask why another streamer's not streaming? He's literally been posting on his TikTok, man. Go to his page. He said no streams for the week. He literally posted about it. Axiom, yes. Yes. I'm trying to make more cliffs like this on the other sides of my base. That's what I'm working on. TikTok is pretty sensitive. Whatever you're typing, you better make sure it follows the rules, is all I can tell you. If your comments aren't showing up, it's I promise it's nothing I'm doing. That's just the way it is sometimes. You tried to use Lightmatica and it doesn't work. It won't show the controls at all. You have to do M and R to turn on all rendering, and then it should start showing. Pro tip, turn it on. These are going to be thick compared to the other ones? They're about the same, I'd say. You see how far deep these go? Relatively same, I think. Well, then you have to, yeah, if you have conflicting hotkeys, that's your problem. I'm so jolly. That's actually what my little brother tells me. That looks like a can of Spam, Kirsten. What the heck? I'm going to move this to my other monitor so I can actually see. There we go. My little brother tells me that all the time. He says I'm like Santa Claus. It's hilarious. It's even funnier too because I'm like a giant compared to my little brothers. They're both very, very short and not very broad. And they're like big jolly brother. Makes me laugh. My little brothers will forever be little to me, not just in age. I honestly did. My dad is like the only short one of the only short person of all of his siblings too, which is hilarious. I get all my genes from my uncles. Make that make sense. Yeah. Your sister took all the height? That's unfortunate. I'm using Axiom for this. This is all the heavy work of Axiom. Actually, I kind of like this better pushed back. I don't know. Let's narrow it a little bit more. What the kind of mod is that? Axiom? You've never seen it? Never ever? It's similar to Bloxburg. I've never heard of Bloxburg. I want to make sure the tall ones aren't all like the exact same. Hi, Ginger Mold. How are you doing today? The plains in the spruce biome, huh? Uh-oh, I just rotated this on accident. Zero that out. There we go. The plains can be pretty nice because then you have like a nice relatively flat surface. I guess this should be kind of right here. Lingo, thanks for the follow. We need something like here to be the peak-ish. By peak, I mean like just a little bit taller than the rest. There we go, I think. You like to build in the plains because you don't use like a terraforming? Yeah, the wildflowers in the birch forest do look really nice. Why does it feel like another game? I mean, it kind of does, truthfully. Kind of does. Why did I enslave your villagers to build my mountain? Well, they got to live somewhere. You got to put in that work. Someone had to do it. I'm in the building. You played modded and you haven't actually played the newest version yet? What? I do, Zeke. I sound like Cookie God. You think so? Also, welcome in, Thildy. People think we sound like a lot of people around here. You think I sound like Cookie God? We've had like over 100 people say that I sound like wow, brain dead. Holy moly. You guys, turn the dementia off for a moment. Who does the Great Potato War? The legend, Technoblade. Thank you. Oh my gosh. My brain completely shut off right there. Sorry, you stole the brain power. My brain power is entirely focused on blocks. It says no speaking right now. It says, how dare you try and talk? I'm gonna make this taller, actually. I think it's shaping up to be a little bit nicer. We'll go here. Scooch. Llama, you don't want to stand there. Get your head out of the rock. Allie's back. Watch out. Watch out. Now, I need to just see. Thanks for following, Zeke. When we go to smooth this back is my only concern. I got to make sure that I can make this look good here. I deserve the follow because someone said I sound like Cookie God. Thanks. Appreciate that. I'll take it. Bring this forward. Let's make this one wider. Chonky block. Yeah, we'll do that. I can always place more back here too. We can do something like this. Actually, I kind of liked it at that width, but maybe it just needs to be deeper. Big block. Get out of there, llama. We'll wait for him. There we go. Nope, I'm patiently waiting. We won't make the llama get stuck. I will keep him safe. You think I didn't notice him? He's a safe boy. I think I messed up because those are the same height. I don't know if I like that. I think we'll leave it for now. If I dislike it later, I can add a layer. Can always add a layer in. I'm going to add a little bit over here so this blends in a little bit nicer. So it's not like just a fall off. Is it bedtime yet? Not here. Not even close. Not even close. Hi, Vandal. Welcome in. Lamise, thanks for the shares. Appreciate that. I do. Paste. Paste. Nope, can't have it be. Can't have it be at the same height. It's against the rules. Wider, please. I got Zelda stuck in my head. Not sure what I watched that had it in it, but it's stuck in my brain. Oh, that looks fine. Rocks. Yes, it is. You can see over here. It is, it's actually 2 copies of the Common Ground World smashed together because we built this after the world copy was given out. It's 8 p.m. for you? You're 7 hours ahead. 7-hour time difference for me. 7 hours is crazy. Crazy. Zoom. Bum, 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 bum. This way. Smaller. Scooch. Yeah, we'll leave it there. That's okay. You're in Turkey. I have a friend that lived in Turkey for a few years. Absolutely loved it there. Loved it, loved it, loved it. No, all the llamas here are the ones they're the same 5 from the barn. They've just been wandering around. It's not a ghost llama. It's not a ghost llama. I think I like that. Might stick out a little too far on the corner, but we'll see once we smooth it out a little bit if it still looks weird. We'll see. You were at the beach. A little beach time is nice once in a while. I think I get rather bored of the beach because I lived in Florida for so long. I'm like, I've spent enough time at the ocean. What is up? How's it going? You love the beach? I do too. I do too. Thank you for the share. Welcome in for the day. If only you wouldn't get sunburned. I usually get burned like once a year. Once I've burned that first time, my skin's usually good after that. Pretty tolerant of the sun. Thankfully. Drive your Jeep out on the beach. That does sound pretty fun. Florida has a couple beaches where you can do that too. Skinny Rock time. Should I go up one more? Probably. It doesn't need to smooth right to the grass. You almost never get burnt. I only really notice that I get burnt pretty bad if I'm like going straight from my indoor winter to a day on the water. That's usually when I'm like, okay, I should have warmed up to this. Might have to move the sniffers. Oop, that's a little much. No, we'll leave it there, actually. Do it around them? I mean, they're going to get moved anyways. Actually, we might be able to just do something like that. Sniffers make funny noises. Yep, let's go just like this. And then we can come over here. Drop it down. Make this skinnier. Just to try to blend this in a little bit better. Yeah, the sniffer was groaning, yeah. Yeah, that's what that was. That's why I said they make funny noises. It sounds like your dog. They pretty much are just big puppies. You're going to see if Bulldog Ramen's up to the expectations. I think it's pretty good. I'm an enjoyer. What flavor do you have? It's not spicy enough. Yeah, I mean, I add chili paste to mine, which makes it a little bit spicier. What's happening? You don't have a name. What the heck? That's got me tripping. The black one's pretty spicy. Yeah, it's not. That's what I order. Or that I almost said order like it's a drive-through. That's what I purchase. Bulldog's too spicy for you? Oof. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I buy the black package. Maybe this should be the same height as this block. I think so. We're going to give it a go. We're going to see. I think I want something right here. Maybe like an in-between. Yeah, I think I do. I like that, I think. You had like 2 drops of the spicy sauce? I use an entire packet. And then I usually add chili paste as well. But I like spicy food. I'm a fan. I am a spicy fan. I kind of want to add something here, but I also think it's going to make it too tall. Let's do a wider one. Maybe it won't look so weird if it stretches across a lot of the space. You only ever eat spicy food. I eat a fair blend of things myself. Yeah, I think that's fine. Maybe I'll even go wider, actually. That way it intersects a little bit more. Let's do that. You barely eat? I'm a foodie. I like food. We are building cliffs that look sort of like this. This is what we ended up with last time. That's tough, man. That's tough. Mariarcha. How do you say your name? How do you say it? Mariracha? I don't know how to say your name properly. Unless I just did. Mari is fine. Perfect. Easier. Much easier. I appreciate it. I'm doing good. How are you? And welcome in. Cyber, thank you for the follow and welcome in as well. You're okay? Well, hopefully you end up being better than okay. And thank you for following as well. Now, I feel like I did more detail here than I did over here, so I'm kind of just taking a second look. I'm a chopstick user when it comes to noodles. We have a few sets of chopsticks in our house. Like nice reusable ones, so they get used pretty frequently. What if I were to do something sort of like this? Yeah, I think this will help. This does not need to be stretching that far back, though. You think you're weird because you use a spoon? Ain't no way you eat ramen with a spoon. Come on. Come on. How are you getting the noodles out of the bowl? How are you doing that, huh? You use a fork? I think a lot of people do. A spoon and a fork. I was going to say just a spoon? No shot. I can't see it. Can't see it. It's got to be fake news. I think that'll look better. Yeah. A new building technique. It is for me. Maybe it is for you now, too. You've just never used a fork or chopsticks. Legitimately, how do you get the noodles out of the bowl? With just a spoon, legitimately. Do they just drape over the spoon? This does save a lot of time. I've seen people do this with like commands and stuff too, where you just block it out. I don't know any of the commands though, so I'm using Axiom to do this, but you can definitely do this with like World Edit or commands. But you just block out the shapes with whatever you want. A lot of people, they use spheres or cubes or whatever. But yeah, I'm just blocking out the shapes I want with cubes, and then I go back and I smooth out some of the corners and stuff, and then we texture them, and we end up with something kind of like this. And I kind of wanted these to be cube shaped, so that is intentional. I definitely don't leave them looking like this not on purpose. If you were wondering why they're not smoother, that was intentional. Spoon and fork together is classic for spaghetti. That is true. Do I play in the worlds I make? Sometimes. That's the goal for my creative world. We're trying to make an entirely custom map to survive in. But that's going to take a long time. It's going to take a long time. You're actually so right, Mari. You're so right, because it didn't notify me, but I do see them now that you brought that up. I'm going to have to check. Thank you for the roses and the thumbs up. But I need to check why it's not alerting me. Very quickly. Maybe, if it'll let me. Is there? Can I do this? Yeah, we were talking about ramen. Yep. We were. Where? What the heck? What is that called? What is this thing called? They changed what? Sorry. You saw it on stream. You saw the gift on stream? Well. Welcome in, Uncle Jerry. Yeah, but what you're watching on your screen is different from what I'm seeing on mine. Like, I see the rose there. Thank you for lighting it up. It shows up on the multi-chat, but my feed, like that I actually read from, it's not showing up there. So I'll have to look into that. But I can't find it at the moment. I tried to search for it in the functions and it's not showing up, so I'll have to find it later. Because yeah, I have to look at a whole separate screen to see that unless I notice it pop up. The chat XP has changed. I don't know what that even means, to be honest with you. Hello, Amin. Welcome in. How old am I? I'm 75 years old. No, I'm 31. You're 74? No shot. 75. Wow. Impressive. Me too. Me too. Hi, Maddie. Welcome back. What are we working on today? More cliffs. More cliffs. Okay, got to go. See ya. Thanks for popping in. All right, I want this to only affect the stone. So let's see. Oh, and you know what? I need it to be set to melt, not stable. Okay, it's got to be a little bit more than that, buddy. I literally know nothing about chat XP, so I don't know if that is impactful for some people or not, but hopefully it doesn't really matter. Okay, so I might just have to use it a couple times, it looks like. And we'll see what we can get. Just smooth. Make it smooth. Who doesn't like it when it's smooth? Then I have to remember what in the world we did to texture this. Because I don't remember, did we just use the gradient for the grays and then go back, paint the moss, and just paint in the sandstone and stuff by hand? I feel like that's kind of what we did. That seems correct. I guess we'll find out. Ramen has a lot of stuff in it, and it's hard for you to finish it for some reason. Depends how you make it. Honestly, this is kind of bullying me. What if I just kind of go around and do a little bit by hand? I think that'll be fine. We're just trying to break some of the corners and stuff back. Yeah, Kay, the photos you share that makes me insanely jealous. I'm not gonna lie to you. You got me messed up with that. Honestly, that's probably hello, barn. I don't really like this spot right here. I think you did share the recipe, but I haven't made it because I'm a bum. But it does make me jealous. Okay, that looks fairly good. Let's do this. Fix the grass. Nice voice. Thanks, Plane. Cammy, welcome in and thank you for the follow. That should be a stone right there. Not that we're probably going to texture that out anyways, but we'll see. We will see. We will see. Okay. I think this little section looks okay. If you didn't know, Amazon uses trucks from all over the place. If you didn't know. No, I have not. That sounds crazy. This is cool. Can you ask what I'm doing? If you see these cliffs over here, how I've sort of popped these cliffs and tried my best to blend it in with the hills, I'm trying to do this, but all the way around. So I'm recreating that, but on these other two sides is what we're working on. That's the goal. That sounds like a crazy show, Uncle Jerry. You'll stick around for a bit and watch? Well, I hope you enjoy. Thanks for popping in. This might be a little too intense at a larger size, actually. It's kind of smashing through the blocks. It's annoying because if you use a smaller brush like this, it doesn't select enough area to really get rid of things. But if you use a larger brush, it just kind of munches the whole thing out. It's unfortunate. Will you use the empty grassland further down the mountain? Empty grass. What are you talking about, Vandal? Are you talking about this area here? Will I utilize this? Or this down here? Even further, by the river. Because I'm planning... Oh, over here? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. To this spot here, I'm going to be digging this out for a river. And then we're going to we're going to trench through here too, to bring this river all the way through. And those are my boundaries, essentially. We're going to go all the way to the ocean over here. So eventually, this whole chunk here in the center of the screen is going to be our base. Eventually. Hopefully. If I get a move on. Season might end before I make that much progress, but you know. That's true, Uncle Jerry. There's been entire TV shows about that. Them's are facts. Oh, that's interesting. Took a chunk. Just kind of keep smoothing this out a little bit. And then once it is somewhat smooth along the tops, then we can go back and add some color, change the materials up a little bit. And I could probably do the same thing I did before and just kind of run through this by hand, but this, because this really isn't much faster having to go over it the way I am. But that's okay. Actually, yeah, let's just do this. Oh, I have replace mode on. That's why. Just like I want that block to be there. We can take a look here, make that a little steeper. Kind of just chop off some of these corners. Pull that off. Oops. Just break it up a little bit. Because I'm kind of following the same pattern anyways on most of these corners. So it's pretty easy to just kind of run around and do this regardless. Put that one back. We'll drag this down further. How are we looking from this side? Megan Universe. Like Steven Universe, but Megan? Thank you for the follow and welcome in. Yes. It's a pretty easy pickup. You can't give me too much credit. Docs, thanks for the follow and welcome. Welcome in, you guys. We've had 15 new followers in the first hour today. That is crazy for us. That is crazy. This is the song that I was trying to find earlier. I've been trimming this playlist of the ones that annoy us. This one annoys me. Found it. It's gone. You love the build? Thank you. Thank you. You've been obsessed with Steven Universe the past couple of weeks. I haven't watched much of it myself, to be honest with you. I haven't seen a whole lot, but I do know lots of people enjoy it. I don't like this. You don't really hear the music much. It's ramping up in a new song. This is creative planning for a survival world. So this is a copy of our SMP that we're a part of. All of this that's already built is on the SMP. Don't mind my barn. That was an import error. But other than my barn missing half of itself, then yes, it is just a copy and paste of what's already on the server. It's missing some things, like our path is not in this copy. We've completed that. Things look a little bit different here, but for the most part, this is what it looks like on the server, and I'm just making some blueprints for this area and like what I want to do with the changes. And then I'll take these over with Lightmatica and we'll build them in survival. And we'll have a nice pretty copy. Actually, let's do this. Round, round, round. Oh yeah. We're getting somewhere. Let's knock a couple of those back. You hear it now. Do you hear it now, Kirsten? Is the music in your ears? You guys are almost at 25,000 likes. That's insane. I just saw all the taps flying on the screen. I was like, holy moly. Thank you for that. We'll leave that one as is. Big sniff over here. Sniffy sniffs. We'll just take that out. I think we're looking pretty smooth here. Smooth enough anyways. Hello, Dot. Welcome in. I'll pull this back a little. That looks fair. That looks fair. We're building some cliffs. Just some cliffs. There's the 25K. Sweet. All right. So far. Thank you. All right. We need to get our brush set up so that it can make this gradient again. Shouldn't be too hard. Where? Okay. And I have this still, fortunately. So I can just drag these over. We're going to have to make sure we have all of these blocks in mass on the server. Because the next time we build these blueprints, we're going to go through some storage for sure. All right, up to, I did andesite. Okay, one more. That should be. And then let me shrink this so I'm not painting everything forever all over the place. And then is this backwards? Nope, that's exactly right. So what you just saw is pretty much how we go around. We're going to go around and do that all over the place. Oh, nope, Did I start at the bottom? I already forgot. We're going to go around and paint it like this. And then... Yeah, okay. I got to remember, start at the bottom. That's got me messed up. That's disgusting. Don't do that. Yeah, so we're going to go around, paint in all these colors like this. And then once we've done that with the grays, then we add in the little pop of brightness and color at the top. And then we'll be done with the cliffs. And once we do these 2 sections here, then we can figure out how we want to trench out the river and go from there. And I did so some of these lower ones, I'm realizing I didn't add the super dark blocks. So I'm kind of thinking here, maybe we'll just take out like 2 of them. And we can kind of just... Yeah, I think that's going to be better overall for over in these short spots. You are Sebastian? No, I'm Sebastian. Just kidding, my name is not Sebastian. But what if? What if it was? Hello, Sebastian, you are Megan. Whoa. Pretty rocks, pretty rocks. I should have done that on more of an angle. Oh, I guess it looks fine with the side done. Yeah, what if? What if? The world may never know. Spots like this are probably just going to get gone over anyways, because it's only like 1 to 2 blocks tall. This will get a little bit... It's not going to look like that, actually. That's not how that's going to go. Yeah, that's more like it. Because we're going to come back through here with the moss and mushroom stem and smooth sandstone. No. You imagine if I just dropped it like that, Kirsten? Yeah, by the way. How very sudden. Let's go like this. Hi, bacteria. That's quite the name. Bacteria. What made you want to be that? A burger? That doesn't sound too bad, can't lie. I haven't had a burger in a while, actually. It's been a minute. Burgie and fries. Your favorite biome's the Stronghold. What? I don't know if that's how that works. I don't know if that's how that works. No, that's too much of the same block. Let's go like this. We'll just do this. Nope, don't like it. You know what? There we go. Good enough. Mount Everest. Who would I put on it? Who's going to be at the top? Just like 17 llamas. Megan will be at the top. Professional climber. Me. I'll be at the top. Wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? I took that off to do the shallow parts, the mud and the salt. I gotta add those back. Trolling. I was like, why does this seem so flat for how tall that is? Problem solved. Problem solved. Okay. Well, can I back this up like 3 or 4? Yeah, okay. There we go. Now this should be darker and transition faster. Yes, okay. But can I get it to not be perfectly straight? Because it's ugly. It's a little bit better, I guess. You always make your base on mountains? True. Make a stronghold, but more better. Honestly, you're not wrong. Not wrong. Could do that. Should do that. But not today. Not today. That looks fair. That looks decent. Thank you for following. Can I just paint this? Not really. If it was set to radial, I think yes. Kind of follow that same pattern though. Oh, I'm in my house. Watch out. Nope, dislike that. There we go. That's a little better. My own version of the deep dark. Just recreate all the existing biomes. We actually do a lot of custom biome stuff here. But they're typically like completely from scratch made up instead of like recreations. If you look at some of my videos, you can see some of that if you're curious. Let's go here like so. Tech, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Your laptop would combust. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. I don't think it's too taxing. It definitely depends on what you're doing, I guess. Like if I'm if I'm trying to move like millions of blocks at a time, yeah, my computer feels it pretty fast. We're almost done with the base layer of painting. Almost. No, I do not like that. Okay. To be honest, haven't watched the back rooms. All I know is it looks like some yellow office space. That's all I know. I know it's like incredibly popular, but yeah. I don't know, not my cup of tea, I suppose. I'm using the Axiom mod for this. That's what I'm using at the moment. And it does a pretty good job. I'm glad you think so. It will improve drastically once we start adding the moss and stuff and fixing some of these colors. It'll look way better. Way. You wish Axiom was on mobile? That would make a phone go boom. That would certainly make a phone go boom. Yeah, the sniffers make some funny noises for sure. There we go. I don't really like that. Let's do this and then do this. And I honestly think for the most part, actually, let's go like this. Get some concrete powder in here. What's Clown Pierce? I don't know what that is. Is that a person? I just started personally around Christmas. Just this past Christmas. That's actually when I picked up Minecraft in general. I don't think you can get Axiom on mobile. Because it's not even on Bedrock. You've been playing for ages. I can't say the same. Can't say the same. Thank you for the follow. I play on Java myself. I do. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Axiom would destroy a phone for sure. For sure. All right. Now the fun part. You've been playing since you were 6. Sheesh. That's a long time. Yep, not same. Okay, you know what we did over here? You know what we did that I need to try and keep in mind is we had the moss sometimes droop down the corners. So sometimes we would even have it kind of following down. Okay. I got to keep that in mind. Otherwise, moss goes in on the top layer. So we're just going to replace the tops of all of these with some moss. And that alone is going to help. And then we'll add the little brightness layer as well in some of these spots to take out some of the concrete powder, which will be very nice for survival. It'll save us having to gather so much gravel. And so much dye, actually. It'll save us on dye big time. The block reach is incredible with Axiom. Yes. Yes. That is something to not sleep on. Also, the speed of placing and breaking is sped up drastically, which is also very, very nice. Yeah, and I think the other thing we did was in some of these spots where it was starting to meet the grass, we had the moss kind of feather in. That way it made a little bit more sense. Thank you for the follow and welcome in. I'm sorry. Can't say I understand what that's like. Can't say. You have both Java and Bedrock, but you play on Java more? You've probably heard me say this a few times. I just can't get behind Bedrock because I feel like the monetization on it is a little uncalled for. Let's use that word. Not a fan. Mossy, mossy, mossy. Yeah. Moss is a good block. It's what grass wishes it was. Again, we'll feather this in a little bit. Don't do that. Megan, thank you for the roses. And Carl, thank you for the heart me. I didn't see that either. I'm sorry. Moss is one of your faves? It is pretty good. It is pretty good. Moss. So much moss. At least it's easy to get too. I don't mind having a fair amount of it because it is so easy to get. You gotta get back on your Minecraft world. Yeah. Yeah, you do. What have you built on it so far? Simon and Kat, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, you guys. Building some cliffs at the moment, kind of like what's over there. That's what we're working on. A village you built and a castle that's about 75% done. Sheesh. So you've put in some time on that server. Put in a little work already. It's crazy. What do you mean it's crazy? It's not crazy. I'm not crazy. You're crazy. Yeah, we'll do that. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see what I keep once we're adding in the other blocks. A corgi. I see you. Thanks, Duck Boy. You're making a drink. Is it melon or mango cream? Mango cream sounds spicy, buddy. Mango cream sounds nice. Uncle Jerry, I literally did that same thing. I built a lighthouse with the redstone hooked up. It was going to be my starter base for this server, actually. But I realized the exact same thing. Every time you leave the chunk, the redstone breaks. If it's not like all within the chunk. Shoot, that makes me so mad. That makes me so mad, actually. You're having flashbacks? Yeah, I think if you place... You might be on a border of a chunk. Could be the issue. I think that's what I realized. Because I have the same issue with my... in my world copy, I have the glow squid farm. I built it on border of 4 different chunks. Screws up the minecart every time. It's terrible. It's terrible. Don't be like me. Make sure you build it all within one chunk. I have no idea either, so fair point. Cash, hello. Yep. Yeah, I know nothing about Bedrock. No clue. Yeah, you tried to use a stasis chamber? Yeah, I would have thought that would probably work too. That would have been my first go. Also, Minnie, I can't believe you let your membership gray out like that, dude. Can't believe you. Duck too. You guys were fans, and now look, you're not lit up like Jerry is. Because you've been away for so long. You guys have been slacking on attendance. You were delayed. Gasp. Can't believe you would let yourself go gray. It's coming along, I think. I think it's turning out fine. The moss, wow, good job. The moss is dithered in a little bit in most spots. We're gonna end up smoothing a lot of this out anyways. I'm not gonna worry about texturing that too much at the moment. Your lighthouse is huge. No way you're rebuilding it. You don't want to just like shift the whole build like 10 blocks. Dithered in, brother. What do you mean this guy? Well, if you know, you got to use it. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you got to use it. Bum, 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 bum. Almost like I have an art degree. True. I know. What is that? What are those? Actually, it's a computer science degree, okay? Technically. You're just going to replace your redstone lights with entirely frog lights, but then it won't have the spinny spin. And the spinny is what makes it. You know what I'm saying? Sacrifices. They must be made, true. For the sake of progress. All right. Now we have the moss. The moss is in. Swap to creative and do the cheating? How do you place it like that? I'm using Axiom, and it's the replace mode is what I'm using. That's how I'm doing it. He says. So I'm just going to go around. We're going to add a little bit of this around, give it some extra color in some spots. Literally, though. Lava chicken going in right now. Don't mess with it, dude. Don't mess with it. Chicken in the lava. I just tell people, Megan, do not disclose. You know what I'm saying? Just don't tell people. Because no one needs to know, truthfully, anyways. But you know, yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't really... Yeah. I do tell people all the time, you know, like we have a Discord server and stuff like that. If you don't meet the Discord requirements, you know, don't tell me because then I have to do something about it. But yeah, it's just wise also not to share your age online. Especially if you're young. Especially if you're young. But yes, I understand there is very much so a wide age gap in the audience for Minecraft. Yeah, especially if you're old too, don't tell people. Don't tell people. You're 24 and you say you're young. You are. I'm 31 and I say I'm young. It is what it is. Did I miss? Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I skipped over a couple spots. But yes, you're likely not the only one, Megan. So don't fret. Don't worry about it too much. Actually, I'm gonna do this. Oops, I have replace mode on still. Put those back. There we go. We'll keep going around, do the sandstone, and then we'll go back. We'll add some mushroom block because you can see over here we have some brighter colors here. Kind of just takes away from the overwhelming amount of gray, but we did add a lot more darker tones to this side as well. So it is what it is. That's you know, we're not using pre-made pieces here. We're doing it by hand every single time, so it's going to be a little bit different each time. I could save myself some time realistically and just make like 10 of these blocks and then smash them all together, but I'm lazy, so we're just going to keep doing it this way. Those dusty bones. Bro, why you gotta call out my kind like that, huh? Why you gotta do me like that? Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I'm with that, James. That's what I tell people all the time, too. Just don't disclose it. Typically, it serves just about zero purpose anyways in a conversation. Bro, I am not using shulkers in my block palette. Don't even gaslight me like that, Uncle Jerry. Don't even. It looks fire? Nah. That's gaslight. Nah. Also, Kami, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I use them. I use shulkers all the time, but not as a building block. That's crazy. You thought you scrolled onto a techno clip? Sheesh, dude. I was just talking earlier about how people bring that up all the time. You're not the only one that thinks that way. Pop in a little mushroom. Just here and there. Blend things a little bit nicer. Try not to overdo it either, because I don't want to gather 3,000 mushroom stems. I did not do anything here. Do. Don't knock it till I see it. Uncle Jerry, why are you gaslighting me? Why are you gaslighting me, huh? This dude. You want me to shade with shulker boxes, brother? Come on. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. You got to do it right. True. Skill issue. Skill issue. You right. You right. You right. I believe you. No, I have actually seen that. I'm just memeing you. I have seen it done. But no, I despise gathering shulkers. I have bought every shulker I have from other members. You won't catch me gathering those. it's not gonna fly. Yeah, you got to cut me off every once in a while because of my views on Terraria. True enough. True enough. You force your friends to get your shulkers for you? Smart move. Smart move, I will say. What's wrong with Terraria? Don't get him started to hurt my feelings. What's the heavenly music? This is called Crescent Dunes. It's from Minecraft music. It's part of the Trails and Tales release. Yep. You probably recognize it now that it's fully started. How are we doing compared to that side? I feel like I'm using a lot more. Well, I guess not quite. We used a fair bit. Look at that llama. He's stuck now. He done did it. Yeah, some of the Minecraft tracks are pretty good. Yeah, I just want some of these spots to be a little bit brighter than others. Just a tad. And I don't like hate Terraria. I just don't play it. Anastasia, hello, welcome in. You're saying it's like a... I don't even know what that means. Like a ginormous hobbit hole? Spammers. It's turning out beautiful. I think it's coming along. You can't. If I make a world, you'll live in it. They're not trapped. They're just in a little pen, you know? I'm keeping them safe. Zombies can't get in that way. Safety for my boys. You were like, what's that noise? You were there, check out that noise. It's just sniffers. They're noisy fellas. Have I named them? I don't remember, actually. Nope. 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 But this is a world copy. I don't know if those come over. Rick, thanks for the follow and welcome in. Name one of them, Jerry. I will next time we're on the server. We'll do that. We'll probably play on the server Wednesday. Because Monday, we're going back to the creative world and we're going to fix the Nautilus Mesa. I have plans. I have plans for sure. I think this side's looking pretty good now, minus this grass right here. That's bothering me. You're following because this is interesting to watch? I'm glad you think so. Glad you think so. Thank you for the follow. All right, we got this little stretch here, and this main section will be done. I really don't like this, actually. But we're going to probably build an actual entrance to that, so I'll just leave it. I'll just leave it. We will figure it out. Should get into voice acting because the quality is insanely perfect. This is just a USB mic. Join the hive mind, partake in dementia. The entrance, it's not anything special. It's just like where I have my furnaces. I mean, it's not in here, but normally this is furnaces. I have my bees and stuff. Here they're jamming to Stardew music. But it was just somewhere for me to put some little farms. That's all. Nothing special. Then we have like our actual base. This is the ruined tower, has a little entrance for bulk storage. So if I drop these off into these chests, they go down below and you can see it goes way down. I can bubble Vader down here and up from here. And these just fill up with whatever resources are above them. And then I have an actual storage room as well down here. And I have a base as well. Boop, 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 boop. A semi-decorated house. It's not fully decorated, but it exists. A little bit. Yeah, I had a PNG tuber before. I actually did have one for a little while. Some people like it. I honestly, it kind of added like screen clutter, truthfully. Like I used to have a whole overlay and all that stuff too. I don't know. I just like having less on the screen, truthfully. Just let people see and enjoy the gameplay. But they can be fun. They can be for sure. If you started streaming, how big do you have to get before you can join? That is not up to me. You would have to find out during applications, which will be probably next spring, if I had to guess. Is this? It should probably be like this. Jerry's like, I'm on it. See you there. You're already gaining attention, Uncle Jerry. Yep, hop on it. Better commit. Just kidding. Thank you for the follow. All right, now I should probably dither the moss in again. Around, just randomly, just to mix it up a bit. Well, that was maybe a little much. No, I don't. Nope. Just my Minecraft guy. Just my Minecraft skin. Make a pumpkin patch. What? Today's all about the cliffs. It's all about the cliffs. Of course you can, Megan. Oops. Too fast. Too furious. Let's add some pops of brightness around. You own the effortless building mod. I don't even know what that is. That's the usual. You want to see what series? I use Complimentary Reimagined. I don't know if I have a favorite movie, to be honest with you. I watch a lot of movies. You can feel it in your bones? Shoot, I hope so. I don't know about famous, but like, you know, let me at least make it on the platform would be nice. Would be nice. Favorite book? Of all time, that's a tough one. Currently, I'm reading with my brother a series by Brandon Sanderson that is pretty good. I like fantasy and things, and that is definitely ticking that box. It's the Stormlight Archives. That's what it is. Sorry, I was like blanking. Pretty sure that's what it's called. Pretty good though. Pretty good. But yeah, you're asking the tough questions. How's someone supposed to have like a definitive favorite of anything? If you consume enough of anything, you're going to find so many things you like. I think we got it, guys. I think we got it. Hello, Curse King. Welcome in. Yeah, I think that area looks pretty good. Hello, Iris. Okay, Uncle Jerry. Okay, buddy. Just go ahead and show me up. Don't call me that. Fine, Uncle Jerry. I get it. You like what you like. It's easy for you. I'm indecisive. It's a skill issue. Yeah, where is Uncle Tom? We have Uncle Jerry. Where's Uncle Tom? Man, that's going to look nice. Once it's on the whole cliff. Sheesh. That's going to be cool. All right. Moving on to the next stage of terrain development here. Big melt tool with a cone, please. True. Maybe you're just uncultured. Maybe it's a you issue and not a me issue. All right, where's the not water? I don't want to mess up the water too much because it's really annoying to fix it. So let's go from here. Let's see. Let's just start digging out some of this. Actually, before I do this, script brush for foliage, please. Clear foliage. Get some of this out of here. Too much of this junk in my way. Okay, guy. Oh, how does a pumpkin not count as part of the foliage? Make that make sense. Get this out of my way. On this, same with bamboo. It'll clear trees, but it won't clear bamboo. Out of control. I actually like this edge, so we're probably going to trim all of that out. Truthfully. Wild. Okay. I think we're going to take this out of here. We're going to have to do something with this. We're probably going to cover it over. I'm not sure. Oh my gosh. Is it? I've seen something like that called Finch, I think. Is that what it's called? I've seen that before. This doesn't clear moss, right? Okay. Making sure. All right, and I said I'm probably going to go about this far. I think we could maybe put something cool right on this little platform. And then we'll just taper everything off here in here. And we'll call it good there. and I won't encroach any further on Cass's base because she's over there. But I did tell her I would clear out the river, so I'm going to plan for that. But I'm not going to do custom terrain along the sides. I'll just do like the riverbed. Because if she has plans for like her own terrain or retaining walls or anything, I don't want to mess with that. Which I'm assuming she does because she's using a lot of blackstone and stuff. So I will probably push back the banks, but I'm not going to build up the cliff sides like I am on my side. I will just make sure the river looks pretty. Yeah, I was like, I don't mind digging, so let me handle that, and she can make it pretty however she wants. Because I don't know if it's on this copy over here. Let's go take a look. But you can get a little preview of what she will likely do. Yeah, it is nice. Because she does this to her cliffs over here with the deep slate and whatnot. This is kind of her aesthetic so far. So she'll probably do something like that, and then I'll do my best to make it blendable between the two of us. Maybe we can figure that out. But yeah, she's going very like sort of spooky vibes with blackstone and deep slate and whatnot. So I don't want to encroach my colors too far over there. But yeah, we wanted to connect up. We talked about having maybe like a couple little trade boats in the river, like looking like they're going back and forth. And so I need to widen the river so we can at least fit like a couple little boat builds passing by. And then maybe I can have like a little build here. But yeah, I'm going to widen a fair bit of this, take out some of these chunks that stick out, dig this out. We're going to build a bridge across here. Yep. I don't know where she's going to build her bridge. I think she said right around here. Actually, I'm pretty positive it was right around there. Because we were looking together. There was a group of like 4 of us, and I think we said she was probably going to put it like right here. So we'll see. We'll see. She's been super busy, so I don't know how much planning she's actually been able to do other than just like spitting ideas at each other. Hello, Lemon. Yeah, bricks and anything is definitely a commitment. I'm going to have to find a huge lush cave because I'm going to be using a lot of clay in this river. So I'm going to have to, definitely going to have to find some clay. Nice to meet you too, Lemon. And then this is also going to be a river over here. So I'm going to dig this back. The foliage, I mean, by that. I'm going to try to kind of follow the line that already exists here. Because I just want this to kind of go right back here. Sort of like that. It's going to kind of follow that shape. As you can see, it's got like these caves already that exist. And I have no idea how to clean this up much. Maybe we'll just turn it into like a waterfall and like a cave pond or something. But we're going to have a river through here. Maybe I'll dig this side out first. That way we can kind of understand what's going to happen. You love the world? I do too so far. So far. All right. Now that the trees are out of the way, is World Edit the worst? I've never used it. Like I said, I just started kind of like really messing around with Minecraft at like Christmas. And immediately started messing with Axiom and whatnot for creative and never tried any other tools. I've been asking other people like what kind of tools they use when I see other people making projects and stuff that are similar to what I like to do. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't tell you for some reason. I don't know why that's a thing, but that is the case. What is the shader? It is complementary reimagined. That's what I'm using. Actually, I want that more curved. There we go. That's a little nicer. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what you're saying right there. Let's just clear that out. Maybe I can just have this be like a nice little overhang that the river runs under. Try to use the natural terrain to do some interesting things. Try to, anyways. And then we just take it back through here. Connect this. I'll probably fill that in a little bit. This is going to be a lot of gathering of mud. Is what this is going to be. Because I'm going to fill a lot of this with mud. Let's see. Where do I need to raise the ground? Just want this to kind of, yeah, not be so straight. There's so much nonsense going on. I don't know. People just be saying what they want to say. That's how it goes. All right, so the height of this looks a little high still, I'm going to say. Unless we had a waterfall. We could do that. Could do that. Have the overall height back there be taller and have it kind of water cascade down. We could do that. That's not a terrible decision. Let's dig this down a little bit. Let's see. Because I don't want to have to do too much of that. This is definitely going to have to get lowered. Hello, Roblox. Am I going to do the Steam method? I don't know what that means. To be honest. We're just doing some terraforming. I think I want this to have a little bit of separation from the actual terrain. So I'm going to dig this down a little bit. Like the water's actually splashing and eroding this out. We'll kind of do the same here. That way I can have some actual separation on the sides. Just get rid of that mushroom. He ugly. Making more digging for myself, but that's a-okay. We know that. We don't mind that here. Especially dirt, that's so easy. And we have a beacon, so the stone honestly won't be a big deal either. All right, looking at this, will we... Am I the owner of Minecraft? What are you even trying to say, my guy? Does anyone truly own anything? Answer that. I don't know. Okay, I think that looks fair. We got to make a border. Gots to have a border here. Replace mode is still on. Okay. Who sent that? Let me see. It's not showing me who sent that. I saw it pop up, but I didn't see who sent it. Was that? There it goes. The real deal. Thank you for the hand heart. That was really delayed on the announcement there. But thank you for the hand hearts. I'm blocking this off, by the way. If anyone's like, what is this guy doing? I'm making a barricade so that I can fill in the rest of the river without worrying how it's going to flood down. That's what I'm doing. That's what we're doing. So now, if I go to extrude... Oh, that's not connected, so it's mad. Okay, well, we can connect it then. We can let it all connect. Bye. Have fun. All right, so... because we're going to want this pretty elevated, it looks like. So let's do this. This is just temporary so that we can make sure we're not flooding. We're building some custom rivers. That's what we're building. All right, that should be pretty good. I don't think we're going to need to really go that high. Anyways. But if I fill this now, let's see. Well, I need to seal up these caves. We need to do that first. Otherwise, it's going to just flood all over the place. So let's do that. There's one here. Not that we're probably not going to reach this high, but we might as well close this off anyways. What mod am I using? Axiom. I'm using Axiom for this. We're going to cover most of that up anyways, because we're going to go back afterwards. Okay, instead of doing this by hand, I'm going to grab this, set the elevation tool to flatten upwards. We're going to grab this spot right here and just fill this in. I don't know why it's not working over there, so I guess let me grab this. Just kind of do that. There we go. It just gives us a little something there. And then we're also going to build up this bank, so I don't have to worry about this flooding out either. I play on Java, so all mods are free. We don't pay for mods around here. That's weird. All right, I will smooth those out in just a second. Just making sure there's not like another huge hole somewhere. It looks like we're pretty good. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. I don't play on Bedrock, but that is a gripe I have with it personally. Is that the mods do cost money. I think that's really silly. All right, that should fill 99% of the holes that we've seen. So we're not going to be flooding some cavern or something that way. And I should be able to just use flood fill now. Looks good all the way over here. Sweet. Okay. Now we got to see. Turn this off. Flood fill with water. How tall do we want this? Is the question. Okay, I think I'm going to base it off this spot right here. I think that looks reasonable. So we'll have this river. I actually kind of want it higher, not gonna lie. I think I do. Like maybe 3 to 4 blocks higher. But if I do that, we're probably gonna want this also sort of raised up. So let's figure this out. Let's get a little bit of a wall back here. Honestly, I'm not surprised, Kay. Texas just be crazy. And then we're going to have to raise this even more. All right. Now, if I go back to flood fill, lift this. Let's try there. Yeah. I think so. Get that off there. Yeah, I think that looks much better. It'll make the rocks not be so super, super tall. And then right here, we can build a nice little waterfall that cascades down into this, which I can flood fill at ocean level here. Should be there. Yep. Nice and flat. Fixes the ocean. I'm going to have to fix this with kelp. This is annoying, but it is what it is. There it goes. And I was going to say, anywhere I see a hole, I need to bring kelp over. Angry Sakuna. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Do I see any other gaps? Yes, right here. There we go. I think that fixes it. Okay. Before I think about building the waterfall or anything else, we're going to go trench out and flood fill the other side as well. And we'll see where we're at from there. Because the next step in doing this is putting these cliffs along the sides of the river. And I don't know how long that's going to take. So we might clear this out and flood fill it and call it there for the day. We'll see. This river has to be deeper because it is going to be at sea level as opposed to that side being raised up. So let's see how it looks. Melt, 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 melt. This one. This is an ugly piece of terrain here. And so is this. Big drop off there. We can make cliffs out of some of this, but I do think it needs to be pulled back a bit. This is a little narrow. This needs to be set to this so that I'm not replacing so much water. Preferably. How wide should it be is the question. Probably peel this back a fair amount, actually. Yeah, I think that's probably the right choice. Because we're going to add cliffs back in. So taking away a little bit more so that we can actually put in the blocks that we want without narrowing this back out too much. That gives it a little bit of a normal shape. We'll come through here. This is all gonna go. This is gonna be insane to see actually happen. Because I'm probably gonna dig this out before I do anything else to it on the server. It's going to be insane. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Get a different angle entirely to look at this at. Are you going to do the next season in the same world? No. No, we're going to do a different seed. I don't know. I mean, obviously, like that's still a ways away. I don't know too much information as of yet, but yeah, but also, you know, that's kind of the point, right? Is, you know, you have something that is a little bit fleeting, you know? I have my own personal world that won't get reset or anything, and I'm sure we'll make world downloads so that people can still like see and visit and whatnot. And I will likely take this from the world download, and I'm sure I'll paste some pieces of it into my own personal world, just so that I have it as like a keepsake. I think that'd be kind of cool. Like, oh, this is what I did on the SMP, and instead of having to like load up the SMP itself, I can just kind of like go over to that part of my own solo world. I think that's a cool idea. I kind of liked this shape initially, but I kind of want to cut it back. Yeah, we're gonna. See you later, Lamise. Yeah, I think that's the right choice. I'm going to leave that. That looks cool. This chunk has to go though. And this is going to get carved out a little bit. Yeah, I'm not sure what everyone's going to do. I do personally feel like the world download should be tied to some sort of like membership or subscriber or something like that. But we'll see. I mean, that's probably going to be like a group vote, you know, sort of deal. See what everybody feels and thinks and kind of go from there. See, this is the other thing. This is technically the edge of my zone. I'm going to do this side of the river because I'm going to be looking at it. But where do I end it? I kind of feel like I stop it right here. That's probably the move. That's probably the move. Do I feel this is definitely not deep enough right here? Still, oh my gosh, this is going to be such a project. I mean, I knew it was. From the moment I saw it, I was like, this is going to end up being the biggest project of anything I do, guaranteed. Because when I picked this spot, I knew I wanted to dig out this river. So I knew right away this was going to be a tremendous undertaking, but that'll be a cool idea. Add a destroyed house. I kind of already did. I have a ruined tower. Kind of already did that. But yeah, this is kind of how creative planning goes anyways, right? Like what you can do in a day is going to take you a month. It is what it is. Is that gonna be wide enough? I feel like this needs pulled in right here. Kind of like so. To compensate for this cliff over here. Then play some Stardew. Get after it. I think we trim this spot down and then we're probably good on what's going to need removed. I have plans for some boulders and stuff to go in the river. So there will be some things in the water. I don't know why there's obsidian there randomly. You got an interview already. Congrats. The boats, yeah, those are my boats. All right, I think that's plenty deep. Except for right here where I trimmed this back. That's got to get a little lowered. And the only reason I'm making this as deep as I am is because like I said, we talked about building boats. I don't know what the boat designs are going to look like, and I don't want us to be like bottoming out and being like, oh, well, now we have to redo the riverbed, you know? Kind of looks like the Grand Canyon. No. It's not that bad. Honestly, though, like, give me a week of doing digging streams, and this is probably going to end up done. Most of it is dirt and sand, and the shovels are just going to chow through it. This is the only part here. I'm going to eat into this side because, again, this is Cass's side. I don't want to mess with her things too much. But we are going to want to trench through here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My beacon is on standby for sure. But fortunately, like I said, with dirt and sand and stuff, you know, you don't need a beacon for that. That's easy peasy. Gotta get this all down to the water level here. Let's take a look. Because if that's water level, we're pretty close through most of this. Well, and again, I don't know how we plan on designing our boats yet, so it's kind of hard to tell, but we shall see. We shall see. This is just the world height, so 64, 60, whatever it is. Yeah, 61, 60 it looks like. Whatever the vanilla water height is. It's a little skinny looking, not gonna lie. It's just gonna stink. Oh man, it's gonna be so much. It's gonna be so much, but if you guys know me, you know I will have fun with it, so it's okay. I think that... I mean, this should probably cut this little angle out here. And then the rest of that's probably fine, because that just goes to the ocean. It'll come through here, open up, and snake its way through here. It's a little tight right here still. But maybe that's not so bad. I don't want to like overdo it and then end up making like an extra 3 days worth of work. But at the same time, I don't want it to not be enough either. I think that'll be fine. I think that's fine. Let's fill it. Flood fill with water down to the proper level. Like so. Yeah, I think that looks nice. That looks pretty nice. And especially once we get some of the cliffs and stuff in here, I think that'll do a lot of the heavy lifting. What is this? One level lower? This was land, right? Okay. Just making sure I'm not like messing up the whole thing here by flood filling at the wrong level. That would be terrible. Okay, that's just flood filling over there. Okay. I was like, why did that look so jarring? There we go. Manon, thank you for the follow. You can't just say whatever you want and then say wrong chat. We know what you were doing. Yeah, I think this will be really nice, actually. Wasn't me, I swear. You actually feel bad when you send the wrong message to the wrong person? It happens. All right. Couple spots to use kelp on. Man, what a difference. That's going to be so good. What a difference. All right, let's fix this real quick. And it's that easy. All right, where else do we have missing source blocks? Zoom, 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 zoom. Right there. A little bit of a mess here. I'm surprised that didn't fix it entirely. There we go. Any other spots? Yeah, kelp is amazing. It'll just fill in the hole. Here we go. Me too. I'm really curious to see how it ends up overall. That's just a weird reflection. I thought there was like a big gap there. I mean, even just this with mud on the bottom, that's going to be amazing. Oh, I forgot to even fill this in. Boop. Easy solution. Easy. Heck yeah. Yeah, I'll probably have to sit down with Cass and just like have her look at this and ask if she thinks it should be wider, if she wants to do any sort of terrain together through here, or if she even wants like anything on the cliffs. Because if she just wants to replace this with like deep slate and cobbled deep slate, I could help her do that. That'd be pretty easy. And then, like I said, I'm going to end mine probably like right here and right here. Actually, to mark that for myself, let's do that. Let's make this nice and easy so that I don't forget. I can say, hey, this is where I'm going to end my custom terrain. There and there. That's going to wrap all the way around my area, so that's going to be a tremendous amount of work, but again, that's like my whole season goal is just to transform this area. It's a bumblebee. I was like, what is that? Just a buzzy boy. And then I'll probably end right here as well. Let's make this taller. And I'll just wrap this around. And then, like I said, I'm going to be doing all the way around my island here. I got to figure out something for these islands because I want to do something on those too. You have awoken. Welcome back. Nice to see you. And then out here, I'm probably only going to take this to here. It's probably as far as I'm going to go on this island. Giving myself hard boundaries so I don't keep planning things that won't end up done. And then we'll run that all the way back and on both sides until we reach this cave back here. No, the dam is just for the flood fill tool. That was all that was for. And then, yeah, I want to do something with this. I don't have an idea yet, but I do want there to be a waterfall somewhere from here, or maybe a couple from like the cave ceiling or something. Put a dwarven mouth in it. Ironforge calls. No. Could also have like a little waterfall trickling out of this too. That could be cool. And my pathway goes right here, so I'm probably going to build my bridge right around here. That makes sense to me. Me forgetful? No. No, I'm not. I'm not. My brain power better while you were sleeping? Yes. How many dwarven mouths on the bridge? Why do you... The season isn't dwarven. It's not, I swear. It's not, I swear. You're cold? How can you warm up? Blanket. Eat pizza rolls. Many options. Honestly, many options. Anything can be dwarven. True? Probably true. The only part of this island I think I really want to mess with is this little section right here, because I'm going to have my bridge come across. Well, other than the terrain along the edge of the river. Dude, I play both sides. What do you mean? Play both sides, you know? Or some lame stuff, I guess. Or some lame stuff, I guess. I like that. I don't know, something lame stuff. Get this out of here. I'm gonna have to set up an automated farm for this. I'm gonna spend all this time on the terrain. We're probably not gonna see too many other buildings because of it. I'm gonna probably have to like bounce back and forth between projects and not completely finish the terrain before doing other things. I do want this to... How do I want this to look? Because I kind of like this being like this nice shelf. This down here, though, let's see. If I grab that elevation tool, flatten down, and just kind of... Oh, I got to be conscious of my little cactus farm there. We'll just take out some of that. Give myself a little bit of space here. Making the Minecraft movie set. Does it look like it? I'm skipping this song. Here, let's play. Here's my song. There we go. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Good skip. It was from Stardew. This is the best CD. All right, I just want to see if I give some of this an overhang. Could be cool. I just fixed the water, now I'm destroying part of it again. That's a fair point. Is that water height? Or is that above? Put this back on. There we go. It's easier to see that way. Oh, not with stone, dude. Chill. Now I have a broken cube over here. All right. Kelp. Kelp, 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 kelp. Got him. Done it. Okay. This guy in his Magic the Gathering commitment. This guy. Hi, Victoria. What are you doing? Let's make sure I'm not painting something inside there. Bro, you're DMing me pics? Sheesh. You woke up from a nap? What? What are you doing? Can't believe you guys are napping during stream. Yeah, dude's just sliding in. Whoa, 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 brother. Whoa, brother. Okay. I kind of like what we got going on. Kind of sort of do. Kind of sort of do. Minus whatever the weirdness is right here. Fugly. How do I want this? My brain? Yeah. We just locked in a little bit, you know? We got all this done. We got rivers planned out on both sides of the base. River projects. Now I'm trying to figure out how I want to shape some of the rest of this. Because I'm trying to just like sort of add levels to a lot of the different spaces, but still have the grass kind of not be perfectly flat when possible. But also give me spots where I can add in little cliffs. Like I could add some cliffs through here. We could have a little tiny stairway built in. Could be cool. I gotta figure out, I have the path that comes here. And it's probably gonna split here and go to the portal. And then split here-ish and go up this way. I mean, that's a decent slope, actually. Right there. That's pretty casual already to run a path up. This is a mess. Let's just do this. Let's just do this. Why even look at half of this when we don't have to? Just get rid of it. It's ugly. Who cares? It's going to go away anyways, right? Right. goodbye. Just say goodbye. We're going to have a naked hill. Naked. Yep. Just get rid of it. We'll add our own trees. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna randomly chop down every tree one of these days. What are we doing today? Cutting down every tree at our base. And then we'll look at this and we'll be like, huh. I don't know about that, but okay. Till we get some that look like that in there and it'll look good again. Well, and we have actually designed like 5 or 6 custom trees already. We just need to plop them down and get a couple tall versions. If I had like 3 tall versions of this, plop, 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 we could fill this in pretty fast. Okay. But we need a pretty base layer to work with anyways. Elevation needs to be set to flatten up, not down. Just copy them and make them bigger. Yeah, exactly. Whoa, 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 whoa. Not down there, not down there. Make this smaller. Yep, 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 yep. We're gonna fill this in because it's ugly. Yep, and see, now we have something usable there. Just kind of shape it in little by little. That's going to just get covered up anyways. This is going to get filled in because it's ugly as well. I don't like that shape, but okay. Trying to think. Thank you. I see you jumped platforms. Yeah, exactly. That's what my brain's doing. My brain says, there we go. Trying to determine. I'm going to need one spot that is relatively flat for a bigger building. And I'm thinking it should probably be like here. Yep. It's gonna have to just be something. I gotta raise up this cave mess a little bit. We won't have to fill that in block for block like that. We'll do a facade and add some lights. That's perfectly fine. But I'm thinking this will probably get pulled down all the way down here, truthfully. It's probably going to extend pretty far. Here, we can do this for a moment. Because I want this to walk up to it. Here, let's Let's go flatten down and push some of this back. That way we're not building up so tall. We don't need to. We can always dig some down. Because then these more drastic parts, they're good spots to have our cliffs thrown in anyways. Then we can do something like this. Because we have this little cave that goes down to the mines. Flatten this. Actually, that's kind of a neat spot for like a fountain or something. Right here. In all reality. Oops, wrong button. There we go. Let's flatten this a little bit. We can get a little variation. Why? There it goes. It's like, why is it not doing what I'm telling it to over there? Shrink this so I can control it a little bit easier. And that just gives us a shape that is not perfectly flat because this gets a little old. So we can have a little bit of variation. And I think I'm liking most of that through here. This also we can give a little bit of interest to. And again, some of this is going to change because we are going to add these cliffs. So like we'll have the facade over some of this messy grass. So if we don't like some of these, it'll get covered up. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm thinking our pathway, like I said, it's going to split and curve here. It'll probably come up here to the building. It'll have a little wraparound. Maybe we could have a little something here and a staircase and a little something on this. Maybe it'll just be a farm field or something here. Not sure. There's spawners in these two little holes. That's probably going to get covered up. I'll probably leave most of this and just add some of our texturing and some trees. You can lurk over there. True story. True story. What am I set to flatten down? Let's go flatten up again. Can I fill in this hole here? Sweet. All right, and I think I said before, I don't really love the shape of the land right here. Yeah, that was kind of my thought too, is I mostly just want to get these colors wrapped around it. I don't need to do too much to like change the form of it. We don't need to do a ton of digging and stuff. We can just kind of like embed our rocks like we did here. Have little parts of it that stick out and then other parts that don't. The only thing I want to do is along this river's edge here, with flatten. Let's do this. Because I do want to run a path along this edge down here. Maybe I'll do it higher up, actually. Maybe I will. Also, I need to fill this in. That cave is going to drive me crazy. Smooth needs to be bigger now. No. That was just for the flood fill. That's all that was. This also is going to need filled in. That looks a little bit better. And then we can smooth it some. Oh, not there. Don't do that. Fill in these holes. And then smooth them out so they're pretty. Try to. Oh. You're high on sodium. Why are you so salty, bro? Why are you so salty, huh? And then we have this spot. I wanted to do something here as well. Not the sodium. He said it, not me. I mean, you kind of answered that yourself. But also, why? TikTok will never not surprise me. You guys love to meme post. TikTok is really, it's just Twitter for people that are 15. That's what it is. TikTok is just, it's Twitter for people that are 15 years old. Now, can I smooth this out? Kind of, sort of. Listen, I just speak the truth, okay? I don't know what to tell you. When I decide to paste the blueprint for this whole cliff in, we're gonna be feeling so sad at the amount of work that needs done. But that's okay. The calming music of your brother snoring. Shoot, buddy. A little fox up here. Look at that guy. Yep, and I don't really need to do anything with these holes and gaps because, like I said, we're just going to be throwing a facade up anyways. So that should pretty much handle itself. Get rid of that junk. A llama has made it over here. That's crazy. Oh no, your air fryer. Your pizza rolls are burnt? Bro's pizza rolls are definitely burnt. and drain the lava. Goodbye. Poof. It will be worth it. It's my first and biggest what are the words? Survival project. So it is worth it. We got to do it right. Do it right or don't do it at all, right? Yep. Bro burnt his pizza rolls. That's crazy. Can't believe you would do that. Yep. Period. Okay. My brain's kind of locked in, so I was about to log off, but now I'm kind of thinking, because these islands were the initial reason I wanted this base location anyways. So I'm trying to, and they changed. They changed with the update, unfortunately. These are not the same islands that we had before, unfortunately. So I'm going to do my best here. Oops, don't do that. To make them look good again. Not that they look bad per se, but they could be better. See you like 2.4 million years later. What are you talking about? Why are you going to be gone for so long, huh? Where are you going for 2.4 million years? You got to fix your air fryer. Back to the future for you. Are you guys hiding in a box? You guys are cat boxing? See you later. Bye, buddy. Okay. How do I want to do this? Oh, you know what? Okay. Let's see. This spot right here is kind of speaking to me. What if I take my melt brush, change it to a sphere? Yep, that's fine. What if we kind of burrow through here? What is it saying? Don't ask. You don't want to know. Now, where is... Yeah, let me... This is where I'm trying to end up, right there. So just keep going. It's a ways, truthfully. Are we close? Did I miss it? No, we're close. We're in. Okay. We can make this cave prettier and better later, but for now I just want a pathway that syncs us up so I remember the idea. I want to connect that path with this path. Was the main thing my brain wanted me to make sure I remembered. Let's build this up because I don't want that hole to be there. That's ugly. Gross. Worm simulator. Wow. Would you guys still watch my stream if I was a worm? Oh my gosh. Yes. Would I still chat with you if you were a worm? Mm. I'd have to think about it. I'm the prettiest worm. Thanks. Whoa. That's not the answer you wanted. My bad, guys. My bad. Also, these kind of have a natural shape. No, I'm not gonna follow him. I'm gonna do my own thing. Okay. Zoop. Stretch. Big stretch. I don't know exactly how I want this to go. So this is just a placeholder again. So I remember, hey, this was on the brain. This was the idea. Do I dare to do a diagonal, you guys? Am I that ridiculous? Do we dare? Yeesh. Valeria, thank you for the follow. Do we do a perfect 45? You say yes. We do it. We commit. Okay. We're going to have that. We'll build a bridge right there. Really old looking bridge. I don't know how actually big it's going to be, but that's what's going to be there. And then we're going to do another one over here. But this one is not going to be the same. Set this to 0. No, set this to 90. Okay. This one. 2 bridges. Kind of. You'll see in just a moment. Do I want them at the same height? Does it matter? Should these? They should match in height, right? They should. They're gonna. Which means I need to do this one first at the height I want, which I think is probably about there. Give me the Z. Oh, I rotated it, so it's not actually the Z. Okay. I want to have... Just give me this. Right here-ish. You don't work with OSHA? Dang. I was relying on you. Sorry, I'm losing my voice and it's your guys' fault. Do you see the vision? I want to have it in ruins. That is the goal. Andrew, I hate you. Let it be known. Let it be known. That was rude. He popped in and said 6-7. He gets what he deserves. That's not rude. My bad. Bro scrolled through, said 6-7, scrolled on by. He was rude, not me. All right. Glad we cleared that up. Get him out of here. Did I? Oh, I hit copy instead of cut. Okay. I want that to be the same height as this, and I can't really tell. Not rude, it's valid. Is that looks like the same height? I think that's the same height. Yeah, drive by 6-7 is crazy. True. Give me this. Just people in general. Sometimes it's just people. $45. This isn't going to be perfect placement, but it's going to, again, just give me like a visual to remember what's on my brain. Because this is kind of what I want here. This will probably be lower and more angled, but that's okay. But I want to be able, instead of making a path all the way along the outside, because that would be more work than this, truthfully, I can just dig out this cave. We can make a pretty little cave, have it glow with some glow berries and decorate it, make it look cool. And then we can just have like a little stairway right here that curves up to this bridge, make the bridge look really old and neat. And then continue the support in the pathway over to here, where it'll connect with these ruined pieces. And then out here we can build something neat. I don't know what it's going to be yet. Whether we want to do... Maybe we can build the island up a little more and have like some sort of altar or Stonehenge looking thing, or like a big wizard tower in ruins. I don't know. We'll brainstorm. We'll think. See what sounds cool. Maybe it'll just be a giant statue of Grizz. Who knows? Who knows? This one will have probably just like a little tiny ruin and some custom trees. And yeah, we'll go from there. The Grizz statue. Would be funny, wouldn't it? Oh, actually, I do need that on. Give me this. There we go. Fixed. 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 Yeah. I think he's done being busy now, but he didn't want to miss so much of the time, you know? Which I understand. I would have done the same thing. I would have done the same thing. With a pot of honey. Okay. So, bridges, some random ruins and trees, potential something with maybe a couple little trees, custom trees all through the normal area. This will also be decorated with stairs and whatnot down to here. And then my idea I had for down here, because I did have one, unfortunately, the ideas never stop. Set to not water. Okay, good. Too many ideas. I tell you. Okay. 3 or tree? Both. Giant number 3. I'm more like I'm in sketch mode. I've had most of these ideas. Now I'm like, just put them down. Just get them down. Whatever we can get done during the season, we'll get done. But I just need to get them on paper, so to speak. I'm going to build these out of something I can select. We're going to go 0. We're going to 0 all this out. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. You bought some cute bear pens and you love them? Bears are cute. Bears are cute. All right. I want... down here, I want this to be like the old docks. Probably go... yeah, that's probably far enough. I don't need to go all the way over. This can just kind of sit here. And again, just putting things here so that I can remember, oh yeah, I wanted something there. Uh-oh. Put that back. I don't know what height it was before, but did it touch the water? No. It's right at the height. Okay, whatever. Do this. Shrink. Wide. Well, that is shorter, isn't it? This is kind of what... finished a 500 word search book. I was literally looking at those at Barnes & Noble the other day. I was like, it's been a minute. That sounds kind of fun. I think kind of just throwing in a bit of a port here. Like a spot to park a couple bigger boats. Not that I plan on building the boats, because again, I won't have time, but as if they at one point used this for that would be cool. What's a Barnes & Noble? It's a huge bookstore with a coffee shop and everything inside. Oh, what at? Oh. A word search. The big word search books. Yeah, so we're going to get to... this will be like ancient docks, and we'll get to it through this natural cave. We can walk right on through here. You want more books? Yeah. I just went shopping for them and denied myself more books because I haven't even read what I have. I have so many just sitting around, and I was like, you don't get to buy books because you don't read your books enough. So I must finish what I have before I buy more. That was my rule for myself. It is fun to just browse, though. I like to go and just see what's out, see what's trending, because I don't know about yours, but ours organizes all the shelves and stuff by like what's popular and whatnot. So it's kind of fun to just go see like what is everyone else looking at, what has been coming out. Just go shopping, you know? That looks terrible, truthfully. Being super nitpicky, but things like that drive me crazy right there. You agree that's not my best work? Well, this is like natural terrain. What do you mean? Not my best work. I didn't make this. This is what it is. Ick. You non-custom terrain, gross. Can't believe that. Yeah. That doesn't look the best. Yeah, because I didn't make it. True. True, true, true. We're doing a little better now. It's a little bit better. Plus, like I said, we're going to go back around and place cliffs and stuff on a lot of this. Most likely. Most likely. I'll probably hold off on doing more than the filling the caves and stuff. Like, so we went around, we filled in all the holes, we smoothed out some stuff. Before I decide to do this everywhere, we will catch up on some of what is planned. that way I don't have plans that are too huge for the season, like completely out of the realm of possibility. We'll get some of this done. We'll get the rivers dug out. We'll do the terrain along the rivers, and then if we still have time, we'll go back in and do some of this. Plus, we're going to have to do the buildings. At least this building needs done. This is the primary idea, so this one needs done. At the very least. At the very least. We shall see what happens. I'm trying to kind of envision what we could do with the rest of the area, because if I have like one main shape here, what am I going to want to do with some of this other space? I mean, maybe if we throw enough things like this in custom trees around, maybe if we just start placing things like that, it won't really matter and it'll just look complete enough. Also, I changed my mind. I'm totally filling these in. These are disgusting. Get rid of them. This one's going to stay because that goes down to the cave all the way down. Shoo. So that one's going to stay. This, though, goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye, you're ugly. Goodbye. Just like that. Problem solved. Problem solved. Done it. There we go. Stays good. Like that. Heh. But yeah, I think just cleaning up the terrain like we have so far, that alone makes it look a lot better. Sculpt, sculpt, sculpt. Smooth. Ooh, maybe too smooth. Back it up, back it up, back it up. Where's the roughen? Yeah, give me that. Now smooth it with less strength. Got it. Looks better-ish. I ruined it. Leave it there. And like I said, these ones don't matter because I will be doing at least along the river. That's the part that's most important to me. I want you to be able to drive around my base and see the custom terrain. Boo, Megan's back. Boo. I'm also probably going to have, let's see. I need a spot to get up, actually. We do. We do. No, it's okay. I'll figure it out later. Yeah, it's been like 4 hours. I'm probably going to go figure out something for dinner and enjoy the rest of my evening. I think we were super productive today, actually. I can't believe it's only been 4 hours, truthfully. This is crazy to look at this. That's insane. Yep. Next time, I don't know. Next time we're doing creative planning for this, I don't know if it's going to be more of the terrain or if we're going to start doing some of the buildings and trees and planning those. Maybe we'll plan out the bridges. Maybe we'll plan out some of this big thing. Some more of the like ruined walls and things. I think those are all things that need done and should be done. So yes, more bridges. Yes. Yeah. Cause I need to put one here, you know, we gotta put those ones over there. We gotta get one right here. So maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll plan more pathway, plan the bridges and their actual design so that we can get them built on the server. And then do the cliffs along the riverside so that I can actually start digging this out. Because that's going to be a heck of a process. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. We had a ton of people come through today, actually, even though half of you napped. Thank you for your watch hours. So thank you again. We had 30 new people on TikTok today. That's wow. Wow. Good day. You were lurking. Thank you for lurking. Awesome. I will see you guys on Monday. Monday. And we will have some fun. Thanks again for hanging out. See you.